Welcome everybody back to another episode of Kingdom. We took last week off, and I'm glad to be back. Unfortunately, my broadcast partner TRK could not be here this week, but that's okay. It's a one-man show, and Kingdom is going to be absolute chaos as always. Brian Armstrong in competition against Wesley Scott tonight. He's starting at the bottom of the barrel. Wait a minute. So, as we know, last week, Catman was not only arrested, but he broke out from the handcuffs and he threw up in my broadcast partner's car. But I can't get my eyes off of Catman right now. Is it me or is he looking a little portly? Look at that. I think Catman has replaced the C with an F. I don't know exactly what's wrong with Catman, but ever since WrestleCade last year, he's been having these weird stomach pains. They went away until he came back. And on Kingdom, I don't know. He's been throwing up as of late. Regardless, Brian Armstrong in competition. He's definitely going to have to look past Catman, and so will I. Most of all, his opponent, Wesley Scott, who I have gotten the Iggy, is being followed to the ring by his father, Hawk. And there's been a lot of hearsay and controversy regarding those two because Hawk kind of embarrassed his son on Kingdom. I don't know if it's really an embarrassment. You have to look at it from a father's point of view. Hawk might have taught his son a lesson, and maybe Wesley Scott can finally understand that each win isn't the end goal. It's getting championship gold. It's becoming a Hall of Famer. He thought he was on top of the world after beating Rex Bishop, and I think Wesley Scott might have been humbled. Tonight is going to be the way we test that theory. And this man right here, as you see his father in tow behind him. This is going to be a bit of a proving ground. He has beaten Rex Bishop, but can lightning strike twice? It's time to find out if Wesley Scott has what it takes to topple a former WrestleCade main eventer, Brian Armstrong. One thing about this young man that you will have to note is he is among probably the most confident of any performer here on Kingdom, including a Hall of Famer, including former world champions. This man right here, Wesley Scott, always a smirk on his face, always an aura of confidence. I think that might translate well into this match. And I feel like he gets a lot of that from his father, Hawk. But the thing is, Hawk has been in this ring many a dozens of times. And he's understood what losses feel like. He understands what wins feel like. And right now, I think he's trying to get his son to feel and learn the same lessons. See, look at that. Already taking Brian down, wiping his feet on the mat. Shooting star from the middle rope. Glances over at his father for approval. We're witnessing the birth of a superstar with Wesley Scott here on Kingdom. From a losing streak to beating a Hall of Famer to now potentially doing it another time. Opting for a snake eyes. He wants to keep him in the ring. Not sure if the mics are picking it up. Hawk on the outside giving instructions to his son, telling him, keep on him, keep on him. And Brian Armstrong is being smothered by the offense of Wesley Scott here. Right in front of Hawk. Jamming his forearms and elbows into Brian Armstrong. And now Wesley once again on top of Brian. That was a deep cover. Hawk smacking the canvas in disgust at that kick out. He knows that his son's going to have to give more out of that tank of his. You know, it's a bit shocking. Catman has just been standing there on the outside this entire time. Wesley Scott! Across the world it took to take out Brian Armstrong. He literally jumped from one corner to the other. And that was not enough. I mean, I haven't seen offense like that out of most anyone on this entire brand. But Wesley's pulling out all the stops. Just just a barrage on Brian Armstrong. Brian now with his patented offense. The villain, a visionary of this business, a former world champion, a Hall of Famer, WrestleCade main eventer on multiple occasions. That's some old-fashioned wrestling. German suplex deep with the bridge there. Let it go. Goes for the cover. Catman just out there tending to his chest. I think his nipples might be a little sensitive right now. We got ourselves a choke. He's looking to choke out the competition. Wesley Scott. Is Wesley going to get out? Is he going to have anywhere to go? Brian Armstrong taps Wesley Scott in the middle of the Kingdom ring. What a performance that was from Wesley Scott, but he just didn't have enough in the tank to take out Brian Armstrong. Brian had to get a win after losing to Trevor Justice. He's starting from the bottom, and that's just the way it goes in this business. You know, I'm not the man's father, but I mean, Hawk's got to be pretty proud of that performance, but I mean, it's just another loss in the end of the day for Wesley Scott. Brian Armstrong celebrating now. A huge win finally for him here on Kingdom. Welcome back to Kingdom here. What an opener that was. Wesley Scott and Brian Armstrong put on an absolute banger. And now it's time for our next matchup. Now, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a real tough one. It's the rematch. Finally, DWB getting their hands on Chaos. Chaos, now Pitbull and Marshall Sweet, they let Cameron Cole out to dry on the outside. 10 count came, and Chaos were the victors, but DWB have still yet to be pinned or submitted here on Kingdom. They still feel like there's a lot left for them here in this business, but, I mean, this is the night. This is the rematch. I don't think Chaos is going to want to end things on a comma. They're going to want to put a period at the end of the sentence and pin or submit one of these two men. In recent weeks, I just want to point out, King Panda obviously has lost to both members of DWB, but I mean, this past week, King Panda let a very cryptic message out into the ecosystem, to the world, and he warned Zach Caliber. I mean, in very few words, he put a threat out to Zach Caliber not to overstep, and he accused Caliber of being a cancer for his team, cancer for DWB. And I'm not one to speak on that, but I don't think Chaos is the only thing that these two men have to be worried about. I mean, King Panda, there's been a lot of innuendo, a lot of rumors, and a lot of talk in between fans on social media and in between folks backstage. I don't think King Panda is a very trustworthy competitor here on Kingdom. Regardless, they got two very untrustworthy people here across the ring from them. Chaos, last week we saw them face a Generation C, and that was one of the more chaotic, I would say, matches in tag team history, but also wrestling history as a whole. The two teams were kind of not really I'd say on par with each other. You got Generation C, who were just trying to show out, and Chaos, who were trying to have a fight. It was very much a explosion of two different types of offense, and it worked out very well for Chaos. They ended up getting the win very decisively, in fact. But DWB, they're looking to put an end to that streak that Chaos has been building over the last few weeks. Huge cover there, straight out the gate, trying to put an end to this. Zach Caliber now, that tornado DDT, opts for a quick tag. Cameron Cole in the ring. The Great White jumps up to the middle rope. Standing coffin drop. That trust fall was enough to topple anyone. A man of that stature, 270 pounds. But the thing is, Cameron Cole, once again, he doesn't have a lot of those veteran instincts. He doesn't have a lot of the experience. Neither of these men do. Chaos, they're very, very tenured. Some would argue that's how they got the victory before. you know, sending DWB to the outside for the ref to count to 10. It was almost like they were playing with their food. Chaos was. Chaos, very tenured performers, very professional in that sense. They have the experience to boot. Off the very top rope of the cutter, just took the head of Zach Caliber off his shoulders and gets the tag. Pitbull now legal in the ring. The referee saw it. Pitbull, I would argue, is more of the unpredictable one out of the two. Oh, going back to his corner. Is he going to tag? He's tagging Marshall Sweet in. That's where the unpredictability comes in. Pitbull opting to keep himself fresh. Marshall Sweet, the more aggressive of the two. Very, very extroverted is Marshall Sweet with his offense. He just lets it all hang, lets it fly. Cutthroat off the top of the double stop right as Zach Caliber got to his feet. Zach Caliber's got to get out of dodge. That took a hell of a lot out of him. I'd be surprised if there was air in his lungs. Cameron Cole caught by Marshall Sweet. 270 pounds, just like it's nothing. Now Cameron Cole, Irish whip into the ropes. Once again, veteran instincts not there. Cameron Cole does not have it. That's what it's like when you're new to the business. You only have a few years in. Marshall Sweet, jaw straight on the corner turnbuckle. And now Cameron Cole continuing to mount the offense. I think this is the size advantage coming into play. I mean, every blow that Cameron Cole does is like a cannon to the body of Marshall Sweet. You got to be one durable son of a gun to endure that. There, the experience, the lack of it, just allowed Marshall Sweet to get the tag. Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's a bit of a looking over it for Cameron Cole. I'm not so sure. Stretching the hell out of the neck of Pitbull there. Pitbull trying his hardest not to tap. He does! He does! Pitbull was still fresh in this match, and he taps out to Cameron Cole. That was a bit of a new move for Cameron Cole. A dragon sleeper nearly stretched his head off his shoulders. I think DWB might have vanquished their Grim Reaper. I can't believe that. Cameron Cole just made Pitbull tap. I don't think Chaos is going to sit well with the loss here on Kingdom. Wow. Nonetheless, celebrations are in order. Buy the balloons. Blow them up. DWB are your winners.
Be careful what you wish for, Zach. Because the things you push away farther and farther and farther and farther and farther and farther and farther, it eventually, just like the world, it comes right back to you. Because all it takes is one man's choices to ruin the others.
What a night it has been. We are now 2 matches deep. We just had a huge upset. Cameron Cole tapping out Pitbull. Fresh in the matchup, might I add. I mean, he just wouldn't let go. That Dragon Sleeper, he had it really hung in deep, but there's nowhere for him to go. Now, more tag team action to come. Now, I want to talk about these guys. I just want to make this very clear. Ramon Garcia and Dialga are your new faces of LOA. They are the official representatives of the Legion of Anarchy here on Kingdom and in PWE. And I think that goes to show that LOA will never, ever die. When they say it's for life, I think they take it literal. Because, I mean, the Hall of Fame faction that is LOA, it's kind of synonymous with multiple companies around the world, but it's most synonymous, arguably, with PWE because of their Hall of Fame resume. And these two men are new to the brand, but also new to LOA in PWE. So I'm very interested to see what they do with that. They debuted weeks back on Kingdom and had a great showing. both matches they have had here on Kingdom have been great showings for them, but now it's like the momentum is real. If they get a win here tonight, especially facing the Silver Bullets, our tag team champions, that's big time. LOA might end up extending that resume past one Hall of Fame induction. We might have another version of LOA go in the Hall of Fame one day if things go well here on Kingdom. This is a big opportunity for these two, too. I mean, I'd like to point this out one more time. Dialga and Ramon Garcia, they are facing Travis Riley and Alan Kidd, the Silver Bullets. And now they're amped up and ready. They're on the way to the ring, but the former champions, of course, the Courthouse get involved. Come on, damn it. They just took out the champs, and they're telling LOA to finish the job. The referee asking the two men if they want to continue. See, this is a side of the Courthouse we haven't seen. The Courthouse have been very diligent. They've been very competitive, but they haven't reached this avenue. But losing those championships, I think it created this burn inside of them that has not healed. They have opted to continue and do the match, but Dialga might be putting an end to it early. Alan Kidd gets the shoulder up. Let's take a stroll back to Clash of the Titans, the first ever official Kingdom pay-per-view. That is where the Courthouse lost the tag team championships to Adam Wolf, and Travis Riley, the Silver Bullets. Now, Alan Kidd, this is his first time competing in Kingdom as tag team champion. He is here with Travis Riley. Adam Wolf ain't around. I think Courthouse took advantage of that. I mean, that was clearly planned and premeditated attack. And LOA, they just got handed a possible victory over a Hall of Fame tag team, a championship tag team at that. So let's see what they do with it. 2-on-2 tag team offense there. Alan Kidd's got to get out of dodge. Ramon Garcia giving him that opportunity happily. Oh my God, that almost short leg super kick. That floating super kick just took Travis's head off. Ramon waiting. Alan Kidd playing this fairly. Oh my God. I think we just saw an eclipse. Cover your eyes. Travis Riley almost got taken out there. We almost saw the Silver Bullets lose. Second time in this match we had a near fall. Off the ropes with a knee. Kind of a stare down there with Dialga. I think we got ourselves a little bit of friendly competition. Travis Riley, I mean, you can't even tell this man was attacked. Now the Silver Bullets. Double arm drag. Oh my God. Double kick there to Ramon Garcia. Ramon got out of dodge. Alan Kidd, a little bit of miscommunication there. He didn't realize he was tagged in, I don't think. He went to the outside. Dialga taking full advantage of that fact. Look at the size of this man right here. I mean, there's not many people in the tag division that argues with Alan Kidd over who's bigger and who's more tough. I mean, Dialga is huge guy. What a physique. Double axe handle. The strength of this man right here. He's arguably the only one in this match that could take down Alan Kidd at this stage of the game. Now Ramon Garcia, the high flyer, going back up top for once again a 5-star frog splash. Dialga opting to stay in the ring. I don't know if that's legal. The referee went for the count anyways. Take advantage of it when you have it. Ramon Garcia, is he looking to get a weapon? No. Oh, he went for a double foot stomp over the ropes. Alan Kidd swung out of the way and hit him with a curb stomp. The Punisher now has got him by the hair. It's time to get things rolling in your corner. The Silver Bullets are not looking very good so far in this match. You know, matches like this, we talk a lot about momentum and how it can swing. It's like a metronome. It goes back and forth. But so far, like I mentioned before, it's been very much all LOA. Now Dialga opting to go up top. There we have it. The athleticism right there with the shooting star press, but Travis Riley's baited into breaking up the count. He is now locked to his corner until there is a tag made. And LOA just smart. You know, every time we see the clasp of the hands, that's another chance for them to tag. Alan Kidd's got to do the same damn thing. Ripcord Lariat placed him down on that canvas as hard as he possibly could to give himself time to tag in Travis Riley. Travis, oh, huge high knee there, using the ropes as leverage. Middle rope does Travis Riley, the switchblade of PWE. Oh, Meteora is the kind of offense that makes a champion. But is it going to be enough to keep him as a champion in the next few weeks? Obviously, the Courthouse are coming for those belts again. Are we going to get it? There it is, sharp as ever, the switchblade cutter. 2. Oh, and he gets the shoulder up, Ramon Garcia. But if you notice what just happened, I don't know if the referee saw it, but Dialga has locked himself. He made his way into the ring. He thought he had to break up the cover. And now Ramon is all alone. The switchblade is sharpening the knife. Into the corner goes Ramon. And a tag to Alan Kidd. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Just like we saw at the pay-per-view with Travis and Adam Wolf. Alan Kidd just conforming to this tag team perfectly, just like before in the good old days of their careers. Oh, my God. I know we call Travis Riley the switchblade, but that was as sharp as I've ever seen a move be. Nearly took his throat and slid it right across. Now Alan Kidd picking the bones of the corpse of Ramon Garcia. Is there life left in Ramon's body? Because he's got to find it. Right now, he is all alone. His partner's locked until he gets a tag. Off the ropes. He goes under. The Punisher able to hit a leapfrog there. Ramon, he's got to create some distance, create a gap. LOA has to get a tag. He's going to do it. He's making his way to the corner. LOA is all fresh and good to go. Dialga now in the ring. Ramon able to get in the ring if he needs to at some point. This match is a metronome, just like I mentioned before, but it's finally getting evened out. Curb stomp of his own, Dialga. There's a 2, and there's the 3. Travis Riley slow to get to the count. Now, as you notice, LOA has just beat the tag team champions, but I don't think the Silver Bullets have LOA on the minds right now. I think they're pissed because the Courthouse might have just cost them that match. Nonetheless, a loss is a loss, and the Silver Bullets just took one against Legion of Anarchy. What a win for those two guys right there. Excited as ever. LOA celebrating now, as they really should. That was one hell of a victory, the biggest victory of their entire careers as a tag team. We just got to see if they have what it takes to become champions, because they are clearly behind the Courthouse in line for a shot. Wow, the tag team competition is getting... Wow. The tag team competition here on Kingdom is getting crazy. It is getting absolutely crazy. But let's kind of set that to the side. We got some more matches to get through. We got some more show to get through. Kingdom's not over yet. And now we're going to see a debut. In fact, Kingdom is very, very normal. You'll see showcase matches. You'll see new talent come in and have to kind of earn their way through the door, earn their way through the gate. Zane Zero did that, and then he became the #1 contender for the television title. Thorn Blackheart, this man right here, making his way to PWE. This is his first match with the company. Not really a tryout match, more like a gatekeeper match for this man, because he's facing the Psycho Killer. This man Thorn right here considers himself a modern day warrior. but he's going to have to be a warrior to take down Psycho Killer. Psycho Killer, I want to kind of give a little backstory. He was one of the most dastardly and calculated and dangerous people on the PWE roster. He just had a huge match for the PWE International Championship against Hawk. And it didn't go so well for Psycho, but Psycho made it very clear after the match he is not done. He is absolutely not done. And a loss is nothing to the Psycho Killer. He is very much a calculated individual. I mean, you look at him, that's the dangerous thing. You look at him, you think he's all scary because of the way he looks, the way he moves, the way he acts. But it's not because of that. It's because of that mind of his. He's very calculated within the ring. And he's very calculated on a microphone as well. This is the man right here that wants the entire roster to know and fear his name. And he's going to have the opportunity to instill that fear in Thorn tonight here on Kingdom, because they got one hell of a match coming up. It's all in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. It's all in the eyes, and if you look in Psycho Killer's eyes, you can see that sociopathic, psychopathic type identity that lies within. He's very much a cold individual, but is Thorn going to reach down deep and find it within himself to topple Psycho Killer in his debut tonight? See on the outside, Thorn Blackheart just kind of gazing up at his opponent, sizing him up almost. You're going to have to. Psycho's a big guy. He's a big, terrifying individual. But Thorn, he calls himself a warrior for a reason. He's a bad, bad man. Here we go. Right out the gate with a huge neck breaker. A shotgun-like neck breaker. As fast as humanly possible. The agility of Thorn right out the gate. He said if this is a gatekeeper's match, I'm swinging that gate open and busting it off its hinges. He's getting the fans behind him. Thorn, that's a long ways to go. And he misses, but Psycho using it as an opportunity. Taking him back down to the mat. This is where the calculation of Psycho Killer comes from. Thorn's going to have to really fight back. He's going to have to throw everything he's got out of that cannon of his. You know, I've been telling people all day this is going to be the sleeper match of the entire night. These are two men who thrive on pain, thrive on hurting other individuals on the roster. And, well, they have that opportunity. But let's see how far they go. Let's see how durable they can be. Up to the middle rope goes Thorn. Up to the top with a springboard elbow drop to the heart. Psycho's getting out of dodge, but Thorn is looking to put an end to things. Oh my God, that fake out slap to Psycho Killer. He's toying with him now. He really has busted the gate off its hinges. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Thorn Blackheart to Kingdom. He is taking it to Psycho Killer. Yup, there it is. Busted him wide open, right above his eye. There's the three. Thorn Blackheart makes short work of Psycho Killer. I don't know what is going to happen with the Psycho Killer here on Kingdom, but he's got to have something up his sleeve. I mean, Thorn just got a hell of a victory. Welcome to Kingdom, Thorn Blackheart, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a debut for Thorn Blackheart. And now it's time for some more in-ring singles competition. We have ourselves the king in the Kingdom. That is Rick Owens. Now, look, Rick Owens has had a bit of a tough outing here on Kingdom. Debuts in the Fatal 4-Way and he thinks he's got it all under wraps. But Rex Bishop is there, and Rick Owens doesn't become the Kingdom Champion. Fast forward, week after week after week, these two are getting each other's business, and it's time for them to finally end things, finally come together and put an end to things. And it once again, Rex Bishop was in Rick Owens' way. Rick didn't even know what kind of match it was. Rex Bishop went to management and made it a Falls Count Anywhere match. And, well, to keep it light, to keep it brief, Rex Bishop had his way with Rick Owens. He had all the toys to play with, and Rick Owens ended up taking a huge loss. Rex dragged his ass in the ring, placed him in thumbtacks, and stood over his body. That did not sit well with Rick Owens. And so when Rex was out here last week and he was fighting the champion, the Kingdom Champion, Max Riley, guess who was there directly after the match to take Rex off of his pedestal? That was Rick Owens. So, I mean, there's a lot of unfinished business there. But this week, Rick Owens is facing David Devil. David Devil is a superstar that was signed to Kingdom off free agency, and he was one of the highest, most touted studs on all of the indies. He calls himself the Devil of indie wrestling, and well, it's time for him to prove it. He fought the champion in the main event of Kingdom a couple weeks ago, and it did not end very well. Tonight, he faces Rick Owens, and we're going to see if he has what it takes, because at the end of the day, Kingdom, anything can happen, okay? Lee Roberts faced Rex Bishop and ended up winning in what was one of the most honestly popular episodes of Kingdom, most popular moments in Kingdom history especially. So David Devil and Rick Owens, you know, it's going to be one hell of a match. Let's get to it. The King, confident. He wants to get a win back after that loss to Rex Bishop. David Devil also in the losing column. Oh, right there. Right there. Right planted on the top of his head with a DDT. Rick now gearing up. Oh, my God. Took his head off. Super kick. That's some King shit right there. David Devil, nowhere to go. We got ourselves a roll-up. David got his shoulder up. Rick underestimated him. I mean, like I said, this was a very hot signing for Kingdom just weeks ago, but Rick just beating the shit out of him. Oh, no. Once again, off the ropes. Oh, with a punt kick. David Devil is facing the devil himself, Rick Owens, right now. This is a Rick Owens we have yet to see. He's got something to prove. Where was this Rick Owens when he was facing Rex Bishop at Clash of the Titans? No. Elbows straight to the gut. Oh my God, rocket kick, but David Devil spikes his own spine on the canvas. I would have never expected, you know, Rick Owens to come out here and just start destroying David Devil the way he did, but David's already feeling it. He's bleeding. I mean, he's already hurt and battered. Every bump he takes on that mat feels like a gunshot to this man. Oh, got a little cocky there, did Rick. David able to sidestep. More of that offense now. Rick Owens. Got it. Oh, there's the grapevine. Ankle lock. Nowhere to go. He's going to have to tap. There he does it. He nearly snapped his ankle off of his leg, and you know he would have. Rick Owens, no stranger to pain, but Rex Bishop, the mind games. He's telling him, come on, fight, come on, let's do it. Rex just getting in his head. Wow. The mind games continue. I am so overly excited for that rematch. Rick Owens and Rex Bishop one more time. I'm excited to see it at Beach Bash, but right now it's time for our women's champion, the Kingdom Women's Champion, Crystal Coyote, to be in competition once again. And we love seeing Crystal Coyote in competition because this show is her show. She came out here as the ultimate underdog, and now, weeks later, she is the ultimate champion, the fighting champion of Kingdom. And it's time to see what Crystal Coyote can do in a rematch against Haruka Kazuma. I mean, you got to understand, Haruka is a very tough competitor. She is one of the toughest competitors to come out of IPW. But in the end of the day, Crystal Coyote, she's proven her toughness. I mean, can the Kazuma clan, can they produce another talent in PWE's illustrious run as a company in Haruka? I mean, there's nowhere for her to go other than up. Last week, I just want to mention, Victoria Albright is the new #1 contender for the Women's Kingdom Championship. That means we have another Albright gunning for that title. Can she run through all of them? Right now, we only seen 2, but there's rumors going around. There's a third one. And I don't know when she's going to show up. She could show up now. She could show up next week. But all I know is Crystal, she's got a target the size of the moon on her back. And, well, right now, Haruka Kazuma is here. And she's going to try to get her win back on the champion. That fierce nature of this woman. She made her return, actually, at the pay-per-view. She was, of course, out with the Courthouse. And it was kind of nice to see because, I mean, the Courthouse, they were outnumbered by the Silver Bullets. But this woman, she's proven she's just as tough as a lot of the men. She can take out just about anyone, but she's got to start somewhere, and that is Crystal Coyote. She had the opportunity weeks ago, and she took her to her limit. But now, is she going to be able to take her past the limit and obviously get that win that she oh so wants? Now Crystal, Haruka in a Kingdom ring for the second time. Non-title, Crystal off the top again with that cutter. Her opponents are really going to have to start seeing that coming. It's become something that she's patented for. Now, a calculated stomp to the limbs. The dissection, I like to call it. Oh, now, crotch chop from Crystal. He's kind of trying to embarrass the young woman here. Haruka Kazuma just lifted her over her head with a back body drop, but she's going to have to keep that going, keep the ball rolling. No, she ends up missing. I don't think she didn't take the hesitation to look back. Maybe that would have costed her too, but she ended up going completely in the wrong direction. Crystal kind of turning things back around. But obviously the power of Kazuma here. Coyote not wanting to put an end to this. They're liking the danger. They're liking the pain. I mean, when you're a champion, there's a lot of things you have to be worried about, and one of them is being injured, but I don't think Crystal Coyote's worried about that. The danger is something she thrives on. Repeated chops. Just allowing each other to take their biggest swing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what a fighting champion should be. Crystal Coyote is proving the haters wrong. Oh, right on the throat. Going for a cover. I mean, that'll take the air out of your lungs real quick. It's hard to even swallow. It's hard to take a breath. What is she gearing up for? The fan favorite, Kingdom Women's Champion. Leg scissors. There it is. Repeatedly driving the face of Haruka into the canvas. Now Crystal welcoming her for another chop. And I think that chop had a little more oomph behind it because it discombobulated the champion. Long dart straight into the middle turnbuckle. Going for a cover. That's about as dangerous as anything in this match has been thus far. I don't know if Crystal's going to want to welcome any more of that. Oh my God, stomps to the hand now. I think this match is about to reach its climax. Cosma up on the middle rope. Coyote getting to her feet. There we go. Huge, well-placed elbow. A forearm even. Into the ropes. Oh my God. Right off of those ropes with a huge, almost like a Kinshasa. What a cover. What a kick out. Coyote now having a fit. Almost a tantrum, it looks like. She thought she had the match won there, but I mean, even I could tell you that was nowhere near it. This is a tough young lady she's up against. Oh, stiff forearm there, but it's not enough to take out Crystal. Crystal answering with the spine buster. Into the corner she goes. Signaling for it. Signaling for the end. I think we might have just come across the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. There's no coming back from that. Once again, Haruka Kazuma has lost to our Kingdom Women's Champion, Crystal Coyote. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our #1 contender. Wow. Staking her claim. I'm shocked. This is going to be good. I mean, Crystal is as tough as they get. Victoria, on the other hand, last week she fought a woman almost twice her size and made quick work. So this is going to be crazy. I can't wait for Beach Bash, but right now it's our main event. It's Kingdom's main event, and we know the main events always deliver. And Trevor Justice is here to call out Max Riley. He wants a match right now. I mean, what a night. What a night it has been. What a show Kingdom's been thus far. I just want to say, you know, I appreciate all of you for watching, all of you for checking in. Obviously, you know, watching the journey of these superstars and the way that they fight and the way that they tell these stories is the best part. But Trevor Justice has proven that he is not afraid of Max Riley. He's not afraid of the spotlight. And that's why he's getting his rematch, because he has beaten the champion once. I mean, my broadcast partner, TRK, he made a very, very interesting point. He lost when it counted. He did. But he still beat the champion. And, I mean, it wasn't an eliminator match for sure. But Trevor Justice feels in his heart and his soul as a competitor that he has the right to call out Max Riley right now. And I think that's exactly what he is going to do. That's exactly what he's doing. He's got a microphone in his hand. Oh, he's calling out Max Riley. He wants a match with the champion. Max Riley has been called out now twice here on Kingdom. Rex Bishop called him out before and got a win. So Rex Bishop very much going to get a title shot in the future. But Trevor Justice feels that he deserves this match tonight. Max Riley going to answer. Is Max Riley... Wait a minute. I don't think that's Max Riley, ladies and gentlemen. Who the hell has answered Trevor Justice's open challenge? Max Riley was supposed to answer. It's Alex Elaine. This man has unfinished business with the Toxic God. You saw Trevor get out of the ring. Immediately, he jumps out of the ring there. Wow, what a main event. Alex Elaine was promised to be here tonight, and he's definitely delivered. I mean, I don't even know if Max Riley's in the building. What did Trevor Justice end up asking for? Wow. For context, this man, Alex Elaine, was tapped by Trevor Justice in a tag team match after WrestleCade on Empire, and now he is coming to Kingdom to get revenge on Trevor Justice. What a freaking main event this is going to be. I mean, we got Alex Elaine and Trevor Justice one-on-one in the main event of Kingdom. They're carrying the beef that they had on Empire here to Kingdom. I mean, Trevor Justice made it very abundantly clear. He thought that it was over. He tapped Alex Elaine. He was the first person to ever tap Alex Elaine out. Well, Alex has unfinished business to take care of. So, I mean, I don't know if he struck some sort of deal with Max Riley or what, but Alex is the one that came out here tonight to answer the challenge. Look at this. Just taking it to him. Already going for that cover, but I mean, for a guy like Trevor Justice, it's not going to be enough. I think right now Alex is just getting a scope on how well Trevor's doing right now in the ring. I mean, Alex has had a few weeks off to rehab. I mean, Trevor's been wrestling just about every single week. Elbow straight to the face. Hurricane Rana. Trevor Justice now climbing the corner. Double knees to the back. But Trevor, that is about as amped up as you're going to get. Alex Elaine was stunned. The fans got to their feet. Trevor almost put an end to the match right there. Double knees, insult to injury, patented Trevor Justice. The kind of offense that made him a champion. He's looking to become a champion once again, this time becoming Kingdom champion. But Max Riley, I mean, the champion is not here tonight. Trevor. Huge right hand there. That jab from Alex Elaine quick enough to where he could get the momentum in his direction. Huge kick straight to the jaw, followed up by a double foot stomp. Alex, is he going to put an end to it? He was looking to crown the Toxic God, but he got a super kick. Alex back to his feet. Poison Rana. He's signaling for something. Is he going to call for it? He's not. He's going to continue this match. I think he's liking this, the opportunity that he has now. You know, the bell has rung, obviously, so he has full legal obligation to hurt Trevor Justice, to get revenge on Trevor Justice, and I think he's enjoying that opportunity here. Trevor looking to get a count-out victory almost. Alex Elaine, though, back to his feet, and he's throwing hands and elbows and fists and everything in the toolbox. Oh, huge lariat, follow through. What offense. Going after the arm now, the dissection of Trevor Justice. I mean, the count was reset when Trevor went to the outside, but they're going to have to get back in the ring. Trevor just driving it in. Trevor Justice just continuing the punishment all around the ringside. Getting back in the ring now to stop the count. The ring awareness going up top. He's trying to make it quick so he can go at Alex, but oh, it still worked out. He was going to go for some sort of moonsault, but he ended up going for a double axe handle, and it worked right across the forehead of Alex Elaine. He kind of baited him in the ring almost. Oh my God. They got back in the ring, and immediately the champion's music hits. Alex Elaine getting to his feet. I mean, these two men are at the top of their game tonight. Wrenching at the arm once again, just like he did earlier. Alex Elaine dissecting Trevor Justice. Going for a cover now. I mean, these two have been beating the hell out of each other since the bell rang. As soon as the bell rang. Countering an Irish whip with one of his own. 2 shots to the face and then a receipt. Oh, huge springboard clothesline there. It's like a 450 clothesline. Alex Elaine, what is he gearing for? He's been extending this match, just showing off. Trevor Justice, that's something that he does very often. Punches and kicks on Alex Elaine. I think it just incensed him. I think it just made Alex pissed off and angry. Huge elbow to the face. Spike elbow. Alex Elaine now going for his own dissection. Poison Rana, springboard off the middle rope. Rebound senton there. Insult to injury. Just mounting up all of the patented offense that made Trevor Justice who he is. Oh, there it is. Swanton going for a cover, deep cover. And the hook of the leg, it's not enough. Alex Elaine gets his shoulder up 2.5. Dragging him to the center of the ring. What do you got to do if you're Alex Elaine? Trevor Justice looking to end it. He's got it locked in deep. The Hell's Gate, a.k.a. the Gates of Justice. It's a move that Trevor's adopted for the last 6 years. Recently brought it back again, and he has been dropping bodies with it. But as you see, it didn't take Alex Elaine out just yet. Alex was able to avoid it. He's got the fans on their feet. Double foot stomp. Drags him to the center. Alex goes for a cover. Not enough. The Toxic God. It's a God versus an Emperor here tonight on Kingdom. But neither man is a champion. Springboard curb stomp. Handed Alex Elaine. Oh my God. It was almost lights out for Trevor Justice. But the lights are very much on. Kamagoye. He's amping himself up. Gonna hit it. The go-to sleep. It's all but over. Trevor Justice has defeated Alex Elaine once again. Wow, Trevor Justice just defeated Alex Elaine. And I think Alex is seeing what Trevor did to win this match. I mean, he was distracted by the champion. He tried to show respect to the Toxic God, and Trevor slapped his hand away. That Alex just forced to walk out and leave Trevor be as Trevor celebrates his victory. Well, Trevor is celebrating, and I think he's been interrupted once more mid-celebration. The champion is back out here, and it's clear that Max Riley also has seen Trevor Justice's efforts. I mean, Trevor just defeated Alex Elaine, even with the distraction. That's got to earn some kind of respect. They have a title match coming up at Beach Bash. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss it. Even with Alex Elaine trying to get involved in Trevor Justice's business here on Kingdom, I think Trevor has just proven exactly why he's in the title picture. Alex Elaine just walked into a hell of a landslide, and it fell right over him. I mean, how else do you call it? I mean, you could hate Trevor. You could despise Trevor Justice, but he is your winner, and he is your #1 contender for the Kingdom Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful night. Watch that damn replay. That was one hell of a match. I'm really excited for you guys to check out what we have planned. Also, check out TRK's channel. He couldn't be here this week, but he will be back next week. We've got Beach Bash coming up. What an episode. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.